Buddy, what is going on, bro dogs and ho-cats? This is obsoleteXeo, and some big news, but first, what you are watching is Modern Warfare 3 gameplay on Dropzone. This is actually way back when it first came out, and I had just recently prestiged, so if you notice the grenade launchers here, I apologize. Normally I do not do this, but I figured I might take use of them. This is the G336 standard default class, so that is the reasoning behind that. Hopefully no harm, no foul. But anyway, I think the gameplay ends up being 54-12, something around that. Not really, too keen on what the score is. Really here, we're talking about new Black Ops information, Black Ops 2, and multiplayer has something new with this game, and that is live streaming. Now, their details have surfaced that basically anyone playing the game, where it be, PS3, Xbox 360, PC, will be able to live stream their gameplay. Now, we don't know furthermore how this is going to affect Twitch or live streaming in general. I suspect that this could actually backfire and be a negative thing, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit in this video. I think we'll focus more on esports as a whole and how Black Ops 2 will affect that. If you guys have noticed, the esports scene is really heavily dominant of League of Legends, StarCraft 2, and that's basically it. There's a couple other games that, people take interest in, but the big crowds follow those two games specifically, and will always continue to do that. In fact, I think League is going to continue to grow, and StarCraft 2 has an expansion coming out called Heart of the Swarm, out later this year, or possibly in 2013. I'm not too sure on when that is actually going to be released, but regardless, those are the two big esports games. Now, Black Ops, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Halo, those have all, been around for some time. Halo especially. Halo is still somewhat decent in terms of gathering a following of people to watch and follow it, and all the different pro teams, but all of the shooters have a tough time in gaining community attention and going mainstream. Something greater than just a small local gaming scene of professional gamers. So with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Infinity Ward has really not even pushed esports at all. In fact, they've lost support for it. In North American teams like Optic, you may have noticed that they've kind of been on the down low. Basically, esports in North America for first-person shooters has really died recently. I'm not sure if this will change with the new features in Black Ops 2. If it does, hopefully it happens for the better and doesn't continue to go downhill in the toilet, because as of now, esports in first-person shooters is almost non-existent, at least from my vantage point. It is not growing, and in fact it is diminishing. I felt it was most popular 3 to 4 years ago, just when Call of Duty 4 had surfaced. Now, there's a couple of features with Black Ops 2. First, the live streaming aspect. Now, this is something really groundbreaking, and something you'd normally expect to be really amazing. I've done a little bit of live streaming myself. In fact, I'll post the link in the description to my stream. I do a little bit here and there, but I have yet to do any console gameplay. So I think for the fact that anybody can pick it up and start streaming is incredible. The problem is millions and millions and millions of people will buy this game. A good majority of them will try it out and probably get this, a test. And if that happens, there's going to be a huge outpouring of content with live streaming, and the majority of it, the bulk of it, is going to be absolute shit. And I'm not even sure how this is going to be set up, in terms of chat, in terms of moderating, in terms of talking to your viewers, headset, sound, all of that. All of these settings have yet to be really released to the public. We don't know if it's going to be affiliated with any streaming partnership like Twitch, Ustream, OwnTV, any of those systems, or if it's going to be through Treyarch themselves. Now, I really enjoy the fact that Treyarch has traditionally been very community driven and really strove to support the community in any way possible, and they're continuing to do that with this game. And most of what I've seen thus far has got me really, really excited. And I'll get on to another aspect of esports in a second. But what this means is for live streaming in general, it could completely ruin the community that's already established, or it can go in a different direction and bulk it up entirely and propel first-person shooters back onto the esports scene, which is I think what their goal is. I think Treyarch really wants to support esports and really give it a push, so this could be something that really puts it in that direction. Or again, it could backfire and go in the opposite direction and really ruin live streaming for first-person shooters entirely. As a quick aside, real quick, upcoming, you'll see kind of like a weird, and by the way, this was recorded in theater, like I said a long time ago. You'll see a quick, like, weird glitch type of thing. Basically, it was a host connection, so it created two different files for my theater mode. So that's what occurs there, but it's all the same gameplay. Anyway, so what could be good for this is they're bringing in new types of game modes. King of the Hill is surfacing. Capture the Flag is going to have a lot more emphasis, which I've been playing that a ton recently on Modern Warfare 3. Really, you just get bored of kill confirm, team deathmatch, and all that. It's one of those things where you can play it enough and then it becomes like beating a dead baby. I mean, you know, nobody beats a dead baby, but I have no idea how that feels, but I'm assuming, you know, it gets pretty repetitive. That was probably the worst analogy I could ever possibly think of. But there you go. That's basically what it's like. I mean, I don't know. I feel that what they're trying to do is very good, and hopefully it turns out well. You know, 2v2v2, 3v3v3, v3. You know, different types of multi-team games, which is going to be really exciting. That's one of the aspects that they're pushing that I'm really looking forward to, and it could be very beneficial to esports and create a whole new dynamic in terms of the Call of Duty scene. Really, Call of Duty is just getting to be one of those franchises like Assassin's Creed where it's just the rehash over and over each year. It's just the same thing churned out, and it's very repetitive. There's no denying that. The gameplay is very similar year from year, and they're not going to do anything too dynamic to change that, because if they risk anything, then that really hurts Activision's pocket, you know, in terms of money, because people could react negatively to that. People don't normally like change. Now, if they do it bit by bit, this is what is becoming of Call of Duty. It's really the same game over and over with bits and bits changed subtly. So that's their goal, and what they're doing here could be something very positive and very beneficial to esports, very beneficial to the Call of Duty scene, and really put Treyarch on the map as the forerunner for the Call of Duty franchise. I feel that Treyarch has really done a much better job than in Infinity Ward in helping out the community and listening to them and really supporting that enthusiasm and using that feedback to make the game better, whereas Infinity Ward in fact does the opposite. Now, if they can use this to actually grow an esports community and propel it to the likes of League of Legends and StarCraft, that would be incredible. If this live streaming thing really takes off and you don't just get a bunch of bullshit basically with very similar content, very bad, poor content, poor quality, it all depends on the quality. And if that's all terrible, then it could just be horrendous, and I don't want that to happen. I really want this to work out. I want it to help grow esports. It seems like a lot of the things they're implementing are incredible and really change the first-person shooter as we know it, the whole new class system. These multi-team games, they're returning King of the Hill. Kill streaks are based more heavily on points and how you objectively play the game instead of just rack up kills. You know, you could go capture 2 flags in a game and it gets you a shit ton of points, more than just kills. So we'll see what happens. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Post in the comments what you think, and I'll see you guys later.